Hi, I'm Bill Winterberg of FPPad. I'm here at TD Ameritrade Institutional's offices in Fort Worth, and here with me is Chris Valleley. You are the Director of Institutional Technology Solutions, right?
That's correct.
Well, thank you for inviting me today. I understand you're going to give me an update on more about Veo Open Access and these progress that you've made in the last couple of months.
Sure, thanks, Bill. Over the last couple months, not only have we delivered new functionality to the vendor community, but we're also continuing to onboarding vendors. My group is focused on integration with the vendors that our advisors are using today with the Veo Open Access platform. So as we build out new functionality, as we bring aboard new vendors, we're always in contact with them, helping them blueprint what their development lifecycle is going to look like, what features and functions that they can use from Veo Open Access and integrate it to their platform to create efficiencies for advisors.
So looking on your roadmap for the Institutional Technology Solutions group, what are some of the things that you're really putting a lot of energy and effort into?
So over the last couple months, as well as throughout the summer, we're really focusing on those features where the vendor can push data back to Veo. Things like trading and allocation. So if an advisor is rebalancing his book of business, he can do so in his rebalancer or his portfolio management system. And with a couple clicks of the button, they can send us all those trades from the rebalance. This way they don't need to download a file from the portfolio management, worry about size restrictions, things of that nature, and then uploading it to Veo. With a couple clicks of a button, they can go ahead and push those trades directly to TD Ameritrade.
Well, that's really nice. I know that advisors are looking for solutions to streamline trading. I think there's an analogy to management fees and being able to process management fees in just a similar fashion. What's Open Access able to do with those management fees?
So very similar to trading, we'll be able to take invoices from a portfolio management vendor or any application that can calculate fees. Instead of creating that file and all the manual work that goes along with that, the vendor can then just push the invoice directly to Veo. That invoice would be loaded. The user will be loaded onto the management fee page, saving them time and worry about manipulating a file. They can then work that invoice directly into Veo.
So what else are you and your team particularly invested in, particularly proud about with respect to the connections you're able to deploy?
So again, I think we're very proud of seeing the meaningful integrations that vendors are building on Veo Open Access. We know there's three workflows that are really, from a day-to-day or a monthly perspective, really time-consuming for advisors. One is rebalancing. We've talked about that solution. Next would be the management fee process, that billing process, and the steps we've taken to help. To help make that more efficient. Next would be client onboarding. So recently we've launched several enhancements to the electronic signature process to allow vendors to use electronic signatures to help open up accounts faster. So one would be just offering the DocuSign API out to vendors. A vendor can pull in the electronic signature process and append a TD Ameritrade form, and then email that to the client. It comes back to TD Ameritrade and it's processed through the new account opening. As well as we understand that not all vendors would take advantage of that API. Mm-hmm. So we've also built the electronic signature process in Veo directly. So if an advisor wants to open an account with electronic signature, they can easily do so inside of Veo itself.
So I understand some of their institutional custodians will do that for a bulk transition, the advisors repapering their entire book of business over to a new custodian. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're able to do the electronic signature from end to end just for one account for one client, is that right?
That is correct. We actually offer both. So if you want to open up an account, the key is being flexible. So if you want to open up one account with electronic signature, you can do so directly in Veo. If you're using a vendor that participates with the DocuSign API, you could do so in that application. Or if you want to bulk transfer assets to TD Ameritrade, you can work with our ATT team, which is our account transfer team, and they can also append electronic signature to all the bulk documents.
Oh, very good. Is there anything else on the roadmap for your group that you want to share with advisors that are watching this right now?
Sure. So a lot more enhancements to trading will be coming over the upcoming months. Things like move money features, submitting a check, a wire, an ACH, or an internal transfer. Those could all be done in a vendor application. And then we're also building out a new set of alerts to always keep vendors and the advisors up to date with what's going on here at TD Ameritrade. So there's a set of operational alerts that can be loaded into vendor applications. So if you log into your CRM in the morning, you can see all of the all of the new money that's coming into TD Ameritrade. You could be alerted with any new account and any investments that need to be made in that new account, as well as trade confirms, things of that nature can all be loaded into a CRM or portfolio management company to keep you up to date in the application that you want to use. So you don't necessarily have to log into Veo just to find out what's going on with your assets here at TD Ameritrade.
So in addition to watching videos like this, where can advisors get the up-to-date information on the quality and quantity of integrations that you're building into Veo Open Access?
Absolutely. So we've actually just built an integration analyzer that it will be updated monthly to show the progress that we're making with vendors as they're integrating with us. But not only that, the integrations that the vendors have between each other will be highlighted in the integration analyzer. And this will be up to date, as I said, monthly. It'll be posted out to our marketing site so advisors can have access to that directly.
Well, that sounds great. Chris, thank you for telling me about what's on the roadmap for Veo Open Access. And it sounds like you've made and achieved a lot of accomplishments to now. And I'm excited about what you're going to do in the future.
Thank you.